Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Kareem, aka the T-shirt Professor, coming at you with another video. I know you guys I hadn't put up a video in a minute, but I've been trying to, do some planning as to how often I'm gonna put out the videos and the different content and stuff like that. But anyway, today is not necessarily a how-to video. This one is more so, why I actually got into, wanting to do T-shirts or, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So pretty much, for the most part, I always liked T-shirts. I've always liked seeing, different designs on shirts and things like that. Like years and years ago, before I got married, really before I even met, my wife and had kids and everything, back when I was, in my bachelor stages, I had this idea that, I wanted to put some phrases and some words on T-shirts, because, I've always been pretty good at writing, creative writing and things like that. That was kind of like a natural ability, but I always wanted to be like, you know what, I could come up with some real cool stuff that I could put on a T-shirt and wear it around, you know what I mean, things like that. So I had these, ideas, and I'm like, man, you know what? How do I get into it? So of course, and then also at the time, I was heavy into, trying to, I was heavy into, becoming more spiritual and being more of a person that how can I say, was more willing to seek out, God and Jesus and stuff like that. I was more, I had more zeal, put it this way. I had more zeal to being a Christian, at that time. And so with that, I had all these grand ideas about, addition to my sayings and things like that. I was like, I come up with some real cool, Christian type words and Christian type of, shirts and things like that. And, my very first piece, or my very first design that I thought about, or, God gave it to me, God showed it to me. I always wanted to put this particular phrase on a T-shirt, and I never really did. You know what I mean? Like, I never really did. So anyway, I tried to learn and figure out, okay, what do I need to do to make shirts? Of course, this was back in like the early mid 2000s. So technology has advanced more over time from then until now. But back then, I didn't know anything about heat press. I didn't know anything about, vinyl or plastisol, anything like that. All I just knew was, hey, I got this idea and I want to put it onto shirts, and I want to be able to just sell shirts that have my ideas on them. So anyway, I did a lot of thinking. I did a lot of, analysis and studying and things like that. So I like to say, when you got an idea or you got something that you want to do, try not to just overthink it. That was part of one of my weaknesses. I just overanalyze things, overthink stuff. Paralysis by analysis, is what they call it. But I did so much research instead of just taking the action, that I'll probably set myself back, years. I could have been like off just prospering in the whole T-shirt thing. But the ideas never left me. I got pages of stuff just written out. So anyway, fast forward, I decided to finally put in, finally start investing in myself and getting some equipment. I started learning about, okay, how to heat press shirts and how to use different material and things like that. So I started investing in myself. I knew I always wanted to design my own shirts, so I figured out, so I eventually went to school for digital media, which, you know, obviously, you know, entails graphic design. So I learned the graphic design software. I learned how to do everything that I needed to make t-shirts and prosper in the art of making shirts. And so just fast forward a couple of years, you know, now I'm kind of in a position where, you know, thanks to, you know, some personal things, you know, in my life and things like that, you know, so now there's certain things now, regardless of if you, you know, take action or not, there are some things that will happen that will light a fire under you, and you like, oh man, I need to go ahead and focus and get this, you know, get this idea off the ground. There's some things that will happen that will, you know, obviously, you know, shake your faith. There's some things that are going to make you doubt, oh man, did I really, you know, was this really the right idea, or was this really something that I should have invested myself into? And that's just anything, but I'm just using my example because, you know, it deals with the t-shirts. And like I said, that's something that I've always liked and wanted to do and wanted to get into. So as I said, fast forward, man, now I'm actually, you know, doing t-shirts, not at the scale that I want to be doing t-shirts at, but I've actually went ahead and just started, I'm focusing more on it. I'm putting myself out there, you know, making connections, you know, just putting myself out there, and you know, and it's you know, and it's paying dividends. You know what I mean? Like it's definitely, you know, and it really all just goes back to, you know, putting yourself out there. You got an idea, just go with it. It may seem, you know, and everybody may not be on board at first. You know what I'm saying? They may think it's silly. They may think, oh man, you know, the market is oversaturated for that. Man, listen. There's a niche for everybody. All right, there's a niche for everybody. There is definitely a market for you. There's a market for me. It's too many people that wear t-shirts to just say that, hey, it's oversaturated. Everybody, there's a niche. There's these things called a niche, and you get into that right niche, man, and it's something that you like and something that you believe in, man. But that's a whole nother video, man. But listen, my whole thing is, you know, I started with an idea, a concept, or, you know, God dropped it into my spirit, however you want to say it, to do this thing, and I'm finally deciding to step out more on it and just kind of eliminate the fears and worry and things like that. I'm just trying to make it happen, man. And now I'm in the process of, you know, and I want to do these videos just to, you know, just to either encourage somebody or let you guys know, hey, you know, I did it, I'm doing it, why can't you, kind of thing. So anyway, I know this was just kind of a random video, but I had to just kind of get it out there as to why I'm, you know, doing what I'm doing, you know, why I started the whole mindset of wanting to get into t-shirts and things like that. It started off with an idea that centered around me, like I said, being able to write, and then I've always kind of had this vivid imagination, and I envision people wearing stuff that I made, you know what I mean? And so, you know, and that's happening, and it's been happening, and I see it continuing to happen, and I just keep plugging away at it, and you guys out there, continue to plug away at whatever your vision is, you know, and good luck with everything. And as you can see right now, I'm actually wearing one of my shirts that I came up with. It's the day after Father's Day, and I went ahead and I had this on yesterday, and I'm wearing it again today. Fatherhood is dope. That's one of my shirts or whatever. And but yeah, just you know, just keep plugging away at it. I'm talking to you guys, but I'm actually talking to myself as well. I'm encouraging myself. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep putting out these videos, documenting my progress, and you know, I'll be giving you guys tips, or I'll be, you know, letting you guys know some of my pitfalls, and I'm still having pitfalls, but my pitfalls will be able to help somebody else not have those same pitfalls. So the you know, just kind of, you know, paying it forward. I learned from a lot of different videos of people, you know, doing t-shirts and things like that. I learned from them. I implemented my own stuff. So now I'm just kind of passing it forward for whoever else, you know, either doing some kind of business or, you know, want to get into the, or thinking about doing t-shirts. That's what these videos are going to be centered around. So anyway, appreciate you guys. I will be hitting you guys up with another video shortly. And like I said, I'm gonna just try to keep this thing going. Just keep it going. Just keep it consistent. And we're just gonna see what happens, see how it works from there. All right, so this has been Kareem, the T-shirt professor. I'm signing off. Until next time, peace.